That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers.
Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk. Start your week by installing your game plan.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself.
In offensive each week, once you've made your game plan, choose to start.
For my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
All right, get moving, men. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today. We got a big game this week.
Yellow!
You ain't geese, too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Yellow! Arch the blue lady!
That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick. Let my jag talk it. That's the way my nigga. I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no back when you back. Bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's when the money fall, I'ma slap back. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. Fast to the money low, I'ma grab brown man when it come back. I'ma give back my bad when the check hit.
Yellow!
I'm glad when the check missed the direct.
Right hand!
Sad like who's that? Get my win. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's
Right hand!
like a limbo. She said she not a, she ain't. Why you
up and up this magic. With the gang, we
Yellow.
roll out and kick it
Right side.
tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't
Yellow.
have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I'm in the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star.
This is it. You only got one shot. Time to go for gold.
Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. Try to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't 8 weeks working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride. For my brothers, no lie. All you can die. Never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the game, we ball out and kick it tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey.
All right, this one's for all the marbles. This is for gold.
See my Roseby lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many years, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you.
Yellow.
Like my ace, I got too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to rush for the chase. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up and look like I'm foreign cars driver fast. Never done this before. Get drown out my problems. Let me point up and magic. With the gang, we ball out and kick it tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Yellow. Yellow. After 180. Return. Yellow. 180. Return.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank.
I don't need to. After 180.
Force in a Shawshank. Cook it up,
Right side.
gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards in a Shawshank. I don't wear ball
Yellow.
mains.
I'm
All I
the
ever do
blue
is
lady.
ball main.
Right
I
side.
am rapper, they all lame. I am not so I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semi
Yellow.
Go to see rolls like a semi, yell nets, every flow is
Right
like
side.
that shit. I better get set in it. Finish up, mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the emerald,
Right side. I'm the blue lady.
but I got a team.
Right side.
Batman when I got a team. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up,
Yellow.
gourmet.
Right.
I go Super Saiyan, go
Right
tank.
side.
Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards in a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank.
Right.
Anything I ever do is top rank.
Right side.
Boards in a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat's getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle?
Yellow.
Different
I'm
cities every
the
week now.
Right
Every
side.
woman is a geek now. What state brought me looking bleak now. I was home to sleep designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find
Yellow.
a social fishing.
Right.
Who the crew, it wasn't true.
Right
I
side.
know it's true, cause you was like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up.
Yellow.
Kinda make my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up,
Right side.
gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards in a Shawshank. Cook
I
it
don't
up,
need to.
gourmet.
After 180.
Go
Right side.
tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards in a Shawshank.
Yellow, let's go 180.
Dash, got it on. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Fall, got me. End zone. Watch me celebrate. I do my dance. Dance. No man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on. Smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 They can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They're on attack when they attack like damages. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just to see me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need to be a piece of an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man,
now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best I am. No need in keeping it low key. I can carve for the D like a turkey. I run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time you be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it when it's time you wanna cry.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville. And now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen,
Down in Mississippi and New Orleans,
Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I'm in a mud league, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my son.
Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
That's the run.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago. At the time, that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. After the penalty, it's Miller. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From the 27, Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Bravo.
Minshew throwing on third down. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Look at me. Go. Ready.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Fire down these two. Come on, Eddie. Yellow. Slant. Tighten up. Hey, 15. Hey, turn it up. Wait, I got it.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 31 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 15.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes buying time to his left. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Yellow. Charge the line, Eddie. Easy. Hey, 57.
Mike 59.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And the kick by Butker is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check. Lucky. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Hey, 57.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. DeMarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, and normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A pass complete here to Conley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Time to go, night. Tight dog.
Yellow.
Kill. Turn up.
Hey, 15.
Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for... It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his first NFL reception, goes for 6 as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chiefs 34, Jaguars nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. It'll be Minshew again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the and now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
3 bud. Check 9. Check nickel.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Being chased out left. Fighting to stay upright. Dancing to his left. Gets it off to Freeman. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run, Devontae Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah. No.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 8, read.
56. In your face.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Minshew going deep for Eifert. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try and run. Freeman. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be. Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with first and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in. Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On the ready. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here. Use that as ammo going forward. Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because you're not going to want that feeling again. No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He's got the hook up with Conley. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Hey, wahoo!
Out of the gun is Minshew. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it. They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Minshew sets to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined. No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Yellow, 180, 59. Man, that's trash.
And they will take a knee here.
Mahomes on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jaguars' 26-yard line.
That's a lot, 59. Quit talking about it and bring it.
And they take a knee. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Kansas City, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like the maid with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending Yale Nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in it. Finish them, mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. On 2nd and 9, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Switch. Check.
Now Leonard Fournette. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jameis to throw it. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pass complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. On play action, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Telvin Smith, he was 3rd in the AFC in tackling a year ago, there to bring him down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check pass. Check pass.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Check. 154. 154. We got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Deuce. Watch twins.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Dobbs to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Draw play, Winston to Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Forced out to his left. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. A very well executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Jones. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. On 3rd down, Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bucks have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 2nd and 12, Winston flushed out right. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. From the gun, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll come out in the pistol. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jameis Winston with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 3rd and 2, Dobbs. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Dobbs. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now Jones. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Ready, blue ready. Check, watch 54, watch 54. And watch.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller His third touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Dobbs. He'll rifle this one deep right side. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. A first down throw for Winston. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Yannick Ngakoue racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Winston now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Fournette. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. Time to end this. I'm coming after you. Shut up. To you. I'm coming after you.
Mike 5-4.
No.
Mike 5-4.
Now watch one.
Now on second and 16, Dobbs. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Carl Nassib, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Mike 54. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch it.
Again, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here's Winston. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be